everything about them has to be compatible with the stoves. So if you were using a stove, you want to be able to use the hockey stick. So we started off with a hockey stick, and the biggest problem I had, because we used magnets to connect the two parts together, was that we wanted to do from a small bobbin through to a large one for European guys to use. The add-on weight would actually detach it using the magnets. So we went down the road of using like a 2BA thread with a magnet, and we actually ended up at like a bayonet type fitting that you would have in a light bulb. So the magnet on the chain side is actually the reverse polarity to the other one, so they actually repel each other. And what this does, it acts like a spring. So when you put the two parts together, they're pushing apart, but within the design of the hockey stick, there are two little channels that you align a pin, push it in, twist, and it repels itself and locks it into position. So we had a great system with no moving parts, and the actual magnet in the hockey stick would take a traditional stove chain and bobbin. On the bobbin, we've got an adjustable line clip, and the way I wanted it to work was to be seated actually inside the bobbin body, so it wasn't sticking out the top too high. It needs to be very easily adjustable, and it needs to be able to take a big weight. So the same line clip system can fit from the very smallest one to the very largest one, with maybe 30-gram weight on the biggest one. So even if you're using braided main lines and you've got the biggest weight on, it's still very secure when it's holding onto your line. But you can still adjust it to your fish with thick nylon, so when you get the bite, it easily detaches from the rod. So you'll note with the weights, there's been quite a lot of attention paid to those. We've got a hole through the centre, which has got two flat sides, and a corresponding shaped part which the chain attaches to. So when you put that part through the weight, you can actually just turn the weight rather than trying to turn the chain, and the whole thing will adjust up. It's beautifully laser etched with the size and the company logo on it. Choice of bobbin size is obviously very personal. I mean, I tend to use the small one, the small and the medium, pretty much for my fishing. If I'm slacklining, the smallest one is light enough without any weight on it to fish really well. Right up to the bigger one, where you've got the biggest weight, where you might be fishing at the longest ranges to get good indication if you get any fish running towards you. I mean, I'd use this kind of style of bobbin for range fishing generally, where I really want indication on the drop back. And sometimes with an indicator like a stove, although it gives you the drop back, you don't get it quite as confidently or as positively as you should do, or you can do with a heavier bobbin.